Hello, Mr. Kamdem. How are you?
I'm good at you. How are you,
Good,
dear?
good. Thank you, thank you. I'm doing well. So, thank you for allowing me to do this interview with you.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Thank you, thank you. So, we're gonna start with little questions about where you're from, where do you live, and how is your journey in real estate investment, I would say, in general.
Okay. So basically, my name is Joko. Originally, I come from Paris, but I've been living in Montreal for 10 years now. So I live in Montreal, near downtown,
Mhm,
and I work as an executive in risk management in a bank.
mhm,
And I'm a huge fan of real estate, passive income, and investment. And my journey so far in real estate, so I start to be interested in real estate like 5 years ago, and 2 years ago I make the move to buy some properties.
mhm,
To my goal is to build um, a huge network of property
mhm,
to be able to be financially independent. So basically, I always need to have some information to be able to invest in the next new neighborhood
mhm,
I'm looking for, because currently the price in the real estate in Canada are rising very quickly.
mhm,
So my main goal is to invest in some area that are not so hyped up, that are not they have not so high too much hype. So I am looking for some from some undervalued area,
yeah,
but I
okay,
don't want to. Yeah.
okay.
So
And
basically,
so far, when you're doing your research, how is it like? Is it difficult to find some goods? Is it challenging? What type of tools you're using? Can you tell me a little bit about your process?
okay. Concerning the process, also to find some building to sell, which are for sale, it's not difficult because there are several sites
Mm-hmm,
which do that.
mm-hmm,
But I know with my research that there are some offers who are not on the market.
mm-hmm,
So the undercover offer, I know this is a thing in Canada. So find uh, a, the like a gem,
mm-hmm.
because when there is an offer published on a website, everybody can see it, so the price can rise very quickly. So the difficulty, on my point of view, is to get some information which are not disclosed on the website, basically. So I'm looking
Okay,
for some information that other people don't have.
okay, perfect. And is it like information about the good itself, or maybe what's around the good, for example, the area, or what are you looking for mainly?
So it can be different kind of information. First,
Mm-hmm,
uh, on my point of view, I want to know what is the potential of the area. Excuse me for my French. So basically, I want to know what is the next neighborhood who can bring me
mm-hmm,
some real profit or real raise in the future. Because we know in Canada, the expansion of real estate is really fast, but
mm-hmm,
there are still some area which not fully exploited. I know that there are some kind of project development,
mm-hmm,
like a new train station, a new school, new business area, new restaurants, new furnitures, new malls. So but I don't have this kind of information. I have to to go there. I have
Mm-hmm.
to cross check different type of sources, and it's very difficult because sometimes it's always some rumors or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to be ahead of the competition, and I
Okay.
want to be able to buy some properties at the right price. But for that, I need some data like that, like I
Okay.
mentioned.
Okay. So you don't only rely, for example, on your agent or your real estate like tips that they give you. You just go by yourself and try to find information, basically.
Yeah, basically, I do both.
Mm-hmm.
I go as I rely on my real estate agent, but
Mm-hmm.
basically they all saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I dig in Facebook group,
Mm-hmm.
but people when they have some good information, they are not willing to share with you. I
Okay.
also took some formation.
Mm-hmm.
So information we have to access to some data from the government, from some other sources.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to dig everywhere, but this is not centralized information, and it's not so. These data are not connected together.
Together. Okay. Perfect.
So they,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can see exactly where you're coming before because I have the same like, issues pretty much when I'm doing my research, and that's why we try to develop Askia to help, for example,
mhm,
investors or retail investors that have, for example, the willing to tap into new areas and find new places,
mhm.
maybe that are not, as you said, that are undercover or not on the market yet, and try to put them in on the spot. Yeah. So I sent you an email. I don't know if you see it. It was a couple minutes ago. It's about a little mock-up of the product that we're trying to build here at Askia, and we would very much like your insight. So if you can take like maybe 3 to 5 minutes to take a look at it, and then give me your impressions. Then I will ask you a couple questions from what you see. So whenever you're done, you let me know. I'm just gonna let you look at it.
Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I see it.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. Okay. Okay, we can talk about
Okay,
it.
perfect. So what is the thing that, for example, stood out for you that you can use, let's say, on at first glance on this the job that you've been looking at?
Yeah, for me, for my purpose, I can see there is a tool. Let me check. Very interesting. Uh, let me let me go back in the document.
Do you want me to share the screen, maybe? Just so you can. I don't know if you.
Uh, yeah,
Let me see. So this one, can you see right now?
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I like the feature that I like that I take my attention. It's what when you go below,
Mm-hmm.
when you go to yes, this one.
This one?
Uh, this one with the CD Le Blanc Ménil
Oh, okay.
with the
Yeah.
characteristic.
This one? Okay, perfect. Yeah. So on the
Yeah,
demography? Okay, perfect.
demography, economy. This is the
Okay.
type of data that I like to see when
To see, for
yeah
example, the
and
population, the type of, like the rate of
yes,
unemployment on the city. Okay, I
yeah,
see what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
exactly
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Then
Yeah.
the annual
Hmm.
income, average
Hmm.
annual income, the all the trends. So I'm looking for
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
trends. Mm,
Exactly. Yeah.
okay, nice.
And the rent tension, like because it can give you what are the others like putting the rent at, so it can give you an idea based on all the demographics. So yeah, so that's basically what we're trying to build here is use the data in order to give you an insight about a certain area that you're targeting, for
Mm,
example. And on this area, we're trying to give you more details. For example, as you were saying earlier, you're looking for things like if there is, for example, a metro coming, a tramway, or what type, like a mall maybe that they are creating. The population, if it's, for example, here you see it's growing up, if it's going down, also it's really important when you're trying to invest, and
yeah,
those type
exactly.
of tools are really important. Yeah. So yeah, this is what the kind of tool that we are trying to build. Is it, as you see it right now, is it something that you'll develop another way, or is it clear for you the way it is presented right now? Or you want maybe more features or
Yeah, maybe in my head,
mhm,
yeah, what can I imagine is that you can give me an advice at the end
mhm,
when I put
at
some
the end?
criteria.
Okay.
Maybe I can put some criteria that I'm looking for,
Mm-hmm,
and you present me a listing of city or areas that I fit with my criteria,
mm-hmm,
and you can give me like a score,
mm-hmm.
maybe a score on 10 or 100, like
Okay,
with a grade, good.
okay,
So in terms of potential,
okay.
because on my side I'm focused on the
Mm-hmm.
future more than the present situation.
The present situation. Okay. So you would say a ranking of the cities that stood out, for example, depending on many criterias, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there is
So
different.
hmm,
Mhm.
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because there are different type of investment. You can do rental, and
Mm-hmm.
you can buy and sell like flip.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when you want to flip, you don't want to have the house
Mm-hmm.
for a long time on your hand. So you have to pick the right place. You have to take care of all the data around the house that you want to flip. So, depending on what you want to do, you have to look into different type of information.
Okay.
So it's so that's why it's if there is nobody, if there is an area with no a higher rate of unemployment and you want to
Mm-hmm.
flip, it would be maybe difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the what you want to do, you can click on different type of and give you like a score, like a
Okay,
recommendation. Mm.
okay, perfect. So if you look at this screen that I'm at right now on the computer,
Yeah.
you see the third one, the third option, that the tool that we are proposing basically, it's a ranking and study of the cities where to invest. So that's basically included. That's one of the project that we have. So is to
Oh,
give you
nice.
the ranking of the list exactly. The tool maybe this tool might interest you,
Yeah.
and so we're trying to see if we do, for example, the version of this one, is it a tool that you want to be really like complete with a map, or is it something just with, like I presented below, with just, just the graphics, uh, the numbers, etc., and then you can figure it out yourself after. And then after we can also try to, depending on your criteria, propose you different type of goods that we're gonna scan through the web constantly,
Oh,
and then
nice.
after send you an alert and say, for example, hey, Mr. Camden, we see that you would like to invest in this area, and we've identified this property for you. It might be interesting, and then you can maybe do your research on it, and while we still want to assist you during this research. So basically, we've also planning to do a yield calculation, so that is it this screen directly here. So the property that we're going to send you, you'll be able to put different type of scenarios and give you a cash flow that you can earn from that property, and the yield also,
Nice.
that you're gonna get from it. Yeah. And
Oh,
depending
nice.
on, as you said, some people want to flip, some people want to rent, so you have different type of operation mode. So you can be naked, you can be furnished. Some people want to do flat sharing also, so they can put it there. And as soon as you update this screen, it's gonna also update this part of the result and give you your cash flow
Oh,
depending
nice.
on the different things that you, yeah. Mm,
So, oh, nice. Oh, very
yeah.
nice.
So I don't know
So
how you.
basically, it will.
Hmm. Sorry, go.
Mhm.
Mm,
So basically, at the end, it will give me a small report, like a
exactly.
PDF
Yeah.
report.
It's
Okay.
gonna give you a
Okay. Nice.
report, and this report you can present it to other investors, for example, or your bank, all the different actors. Let's say the insurance. There is insurance also calculation here, and there's gonna be like a handy report that you can pretty much present to everyone, and it's gonna be helpful, I think, for you guys to have this kind of tool. I know myself, I don't know about you, but the tools I use to do all these reports are mainly based on Excel sheet, and we wanted
Mm.
to enhance that and give like a more user-friendly interface, and based also on real data that are connected to the web directly.
Oh, nice. It's
Yeah.
very interesting. Yeah. This is the
Yeah.
kind of tool I would like to have
Hmm.
in my possession, of course.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Really.
good to hear. Yeah. And what else, for example, that you've seen on the here, or maybe a suggestion that we should add, for example, or skip, for example, from what you see here, that could help for a first version of the website, let's say. Let's take.
Yeah, of the chart, like just like that. Maybe. Uh, I see that you covered a lot of aspects. So,
Mhm,
mm, 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 mm. I see that you have some features concerning the management of the
mhm,
properties.
mhm.
So, I would like to know how does it work? Is it how does work the management part of your
The management. So basically,
yeah.
you're gonna be able to manage it yourself still. So let's say you have your property, you're just gonna fill in here all the details. If you look at the screen there, you put all the square footage, the number of pieces, rooms, sorry, that you have. Is your property is energy efficient? If you can control that and see maybe if you do some adjustment like repairs, if you can upgrade this core or things like this. You also have the yield here, the cash flow that you're gaining every month. You can also connect your bank account directly if you look here for the transaction. So it's going to
Okay.
be on read mode only. We're not going to take any information from your bank transaction other than the ones
Okay.
related to your mortgage. So it's going to
Okay.
populate automatically on our website the information for you, and that's where you can have the dashboard and see how much you gain from revenue this month and how much you get from expenses, and it's gonna
Okay.
update month to month. So, and you're gonna be also able to get alerts. Let's say if your tenant didn't pay, it's gonna give you an alert. Okay, we haven't received the payment. Maybe check
Mm,
your website. Those kind of tools that might be helpful. And you
mm,
can also see if your property, you can enhance your property, let's say by doing repairs, um, and those type of the works on your property, uh, and see also if you can like offer you different type of scenario. So some people
yeah.
will have their property, they will have like one, two, three, or four, and see, for example, if you want to sell your property within 10 years, we're gonna tell you, okay, so this is the cash flow that you've been getting for these many years, and if you sell it at this price right now, depending on the demographics, the situation right now, you're gonna be able to get this price for your property, or if you keep it, you're gonna be able to break even at that time in the future. So those type of forecasts maybe for people in the management, yeah. And we are trying also, but it's not clear yet. We're trying to see if we can help people get tenants and maybe screen them before and help them get tenants, like
Oh,
quality tenants, yeah.
so you will have the data of have the code like in Quebec we have the Régie du logement, and can
Exactly.
you? Okay, nice, nice, nice.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Exactly. And we can also generate, for example, all the rent agreement for your. We can help you get those rent agreement papers. For example, when you're changing the tenant,
mm,
you can send them directly to them. Every time that they pay through you, we can send automatically a a receipt saying, okay, you've been paying your rent correctly, so here's the receipt for the month, etc.
okay, nice, nice,
And
very nice.
right. So I don't know if you've seen any tool like this already on the market or maybe on the Facebook groups that you're using. Is there something like this? How?
No, this would is really all in one type
Hmm.
of, of tool. It's no, it's not. I never see that kind of tool on the
Hmm.
market. Uh, on my side, on my story, I used to have a Excel sheet to
Okay.
calculate the rentability when I'm looking for to buy some property. So,
Hmm.
but
Okay.
I never see anything like that. So basically,
Okay.
it's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Thank you. And concerning, because you're more directed to the research part yourself, um, concerning a marketplace, how do you see the ideal marketplace for you when you're looking for goods? Earlier, you said you wanted to have goods that are not yet on the market.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and
because
mhm,
sometimes there are some property on the street
mhm,
which are for sale, but this is not disclosed.
okay,
It's like a secondary market.
mhm,
So it's like a backdoor market. It's like
okay,
basically you can sometimes you can also to the door by door to
mhm,
knock to the door, say, do is this house, is this building is for sale? Some people
mhm,
do that. They take their car, they ride, and they knock door by door. But I know there is a secondary market in Montreal, in Canada, in general. I know it because I used to talk with other investors, and they told me that the best deals are those who are not disclosed,
mhm,
obviously. So this one, and the second one is the new gem. Like you can see a small town, a small area which is not so shiny, not so very low key, but
mhm.
with the real data, you can invest early in
Fine,
this area
okay.
and make a good profit, a good return
Yeah,
on investment.
yeah, because yeah, that's the data that helps you identify those.
Yeah, the data,
Okay,
because some
okay.
data are not publicly disclosed, so you have to. There's a lot of city. Canada is it's a new country.
Mhm,
It's a country which need to be developed more because Toronto is full, Montreal is full, but
mhm.
there is other city, other areas. So yeah,
Okay.
there is a lot of room to grow.
Okay. And the thing we're trying to build also is a community of investors like yourself
Oh,
on
nice.
the retail side. So if you look here, there is a little tool here called community. I've been thinking about maybe doing a like a kind of a Discord or Facebook group, but really organized. So, for example, if you're an investor and you want to sell your property but not post it everywhere, because there is a huge community of people that resemble you, you can chat with each other. Maybe they can propose goods to each other directly on this channel instead
Mm,
of like putting it everywhere. And you know that the people that you're gonna sell the property to have the means to do it and know the market, etc. So we're trying to maybe build something like this. I don't know what you think about this idea of
oh yeah, it's a
yeah,
pretty.
it's like when
Yeah,
you're saying backdoor is maybe like this the back door of Askia and within the community basically.
it's a pretty good idea because
Hmm.
the community is very important in the real estate world. So
Okay.
I think it's a very good idea to be able to build this kind of community.
Okay.
The exchange information is very useful. So and to make, even if you want to buy some big properties like some huge building, you
Hmm.
have to find co-investors. So
Yeah.
it could be a
Yeah.
good thing too.
Yeah. Like find like a yeah co-investors as you said. I'm gonna note
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, because sometimes you want to build like yeah buy some huge properties and they some people put themselves together and they'll be able to buy it. Yeah, that's true.
exactly.
Co-investors. Okay. And concerning this type of tool, is it something that you see yourself using, and maybe how much are you willing to pay, let's say, to use this type of tool?
On my side, yeah, of course. Obviously, it's something I'm willing to use
Mhm.
because I'm investing in real estate. Turnover in the market, maybe a crisis. So
Hmm.
there were, for sure there will be a lot of opportunities. So yeah, I'm willing to use that type of tool, and I'm willing to pay. Usually this tool is very well furnished. It's a
Hmm.
professional tool as well, so I'm ready to pay like up 50 to 100 it's per
Hmm.
month. It's
Okay.
helped me to get my because when you use that tool, it's part on your investment.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
mm,
And we really want to build like the community and say, for example, if you pay, you're sure to get like a tool that you're gonna be able to use on not a daily basis, basically, but every like 2 days, 3 days, to check and make sure you can find opportunities, and it's gonna really help you and make you gain time also when during your research.
yeah,
That's really important, yeah. And as you said, find the data that you need, that is constantly updated on the website, yeah.
yeah,
Exactly. Okay, that's pretty clear for me, and I really thank you for your time. And
welcome, welcome.
I'm gonna send you an email just to recap the discussion today. And if there is a beta version, we'll make sure we can send it to you if you're willing to
Okay,
try it. And
perfect.
exactly, yeah. So
Okay,
thank you again, and
thank you, dear.
thank you. Good night. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.